So welcome back to Decoy Noise. So before I get into the topic today, I kind of want to do some subscriber appreciation. We have Sarah M. I don't want to dox you out there, but she's been one of my first subscribers at number 277. She's been giving me a lot of good feedback, which I really appreciate. We had a Sad Assign who's actually giving me like an emoji every day of things that I've never seen before, and that's always kind of funny to see on all my posts. Everybody else that's counting out what subscriber number they are, I really appreciate that, because if you haven't been around, my subscribership has always been really slow, so I get to see this guy Walter A at 462, Flower at 469, Hello Isn't Me It's You're Looking For 492, so I'm actually able to see my growth really fast. I was only at 73 like maybe 2 weeks ago, and now I'm at 495, so I really appreciate it. I'm gonna start calling you guys like the Decoy Koi or something, or putting something on decoynoise.com to appreciate you guys. But let's get into the topic, which is a lot of you guys want me to do Entitled Parents. Your boy Fresh said Entitled Parents, Noah Plays wants me to do Entitled Parents, Different Moose, a whole lot of people want me to do Entitled Parents, so let's just get into Entitled Parents. So, an entitled dad in Missouri thinks quarantine doesn't apply to him, exposing several to coronavirus. Oh my god. Okay, so it's a serious topic, but we're not a serious channel, so we're just gonna kind of make it as chill as we possibly can, even though it's getting serious? I don't know. So, Cast, the entitled dad, RK, the responsible kid who had just been studying abroad, EK, entitled kid who's RK's younger sister. Okay, let's try to keep track of all this. Missouri's first case of COVID-19 is the responsible kid. On March 5th, the family was told to self-quarantine. On March 7th, entitled dad took entitled kid to dinner and a father-daughter dance at entitled kid's school. The family was notified that responsible kid had tested positively shortly before the dance began. Oh my god. And entitled dance left the dad with entitled kid immediately after he found out the positive test result. Entitled dad and entitled kid had exposed everyone at the school and everyone at the restaurant they had dinner at prior to the dance. Students, faculty, and staff who attended the dance have been asked to stay home until further information was available. Oh my god, that's like my nightmare. I'm a germaphobe, so that's my nightmare. So in quotations, Sunday afternoon, Sam Page, St. Louis County executive, said the coronavirus patient has been acting responsibly and maturely, but her father did not act consistently with the health department's instruction, and instead, he decided to take his daughter to a school function. Edit because COVID-19 isn't a thing. I'm blaming autocorrect, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so I mean, they're kind of... you know what? No, I believe everybody that says their autocorrect is doing terrible, because mine is awful. So I mean... skipping the top comment over there, that's just profanity. We're gonna go into a couple over here, but honestly, one thing I will say is I know this is a very politically charged topic, and I'm not gonna go that way. I'm not even gonna discuss my political affiliations or lack thereof. There's plenty of channels you can go out to get better information pertaining to the subject. I'm just here to have fun, so let's just get into the top response, which is I'm going to skip all your names, but they're going to be displayed. The next comment is, oh, great, I'm in Mississippi? Missouri? M.O.? Missouri, I think. Maybe. Don't quote me. Will be 70 in a few months, and I have COPD. I'm freaking doomed. The reply is, I'm in Missouri? I hope it's Missouri, and I'm just not making myself look illiterate. Let's be doomed together. Oh, no. Hooray, boomers unite. Oh, no. So they're all kind of bonding over their inability to get over this virus. So the next person says, how long before someone has to self-isolate because of this sues this jerk for loss of earnings? You're never gonna get that to go through. But I mean, I get where they're coming from. It's just, you're never gonna get that to happen. The next person says, I hope the entitled dad gets ripped to pieces. Jerk, you nonce? I don't know what that is. If you have the disease, it's causing panic all over the news. Stay the F home. Yes, I can kind of see that. But honestly, everybody's just kind of in this mode right now, including people that I know that are close to me that say, hey, it's just a flu. And maybe I'm being duped into it by the media, and I'm watching too much news and reading too many Reddit posts and YouTube channels that's making me feel like, hey, this is a serious thing we got to take seriously or whatever. But it could be just nothing. Maybe we're wrong, maybe we're right, but honestly, why don't we just err on the side of caution? But no, we all gotta kind of just stamp our feet and make our own needs more important than the needs of the many. The next post says, I'm gonna try to stop reading names. When your sense of entitlement contributes to the global pandemic. That is, why am I laughing? That's terrible, but it's true. The reply to that says, S like this is why plague zombie movies would definitely happen if given the chance. People do selfish stuff even if it dooms humanity. Yet people just don't take things seriously. They're so used to being duped by the media, the press, and everything. It's just one of those situations where it's like, I mean, whenever you turn on any of your regular news stations on, like, I'm over in LA, so like Fox 11 or CBS 5 or whatever the channels are or whatever, it's like, are you doomed to die a terrible death? More at 11. And just, you're so accustomed to that, you just kind of tune it out. So when you have something like this, you're just like, okay, more of this, I don't want to call it like a fake stuff, but just more like sensationalism, where it's like you never know whether it's this is the real one or not. It's so hard to tell. So the next reply is, I effing know. I hate this kid. Wow, he's super mad. He says, okay, so I live in St. Louis, and now I got to deal with this stuff because this dumb guy decided it wasn't ideal to him. Wow, this guy's really, really upset. So St. Louis, Mississippi, Missouri. Oh my God, how come I don't know this? I feel like I should reshoot this video and just look it up, but honestly, I stand by it. I live nowhere near Mississippi or Missouri, so I don't know the difference. Next reply, I actually live and work in the same city as this guy. God, everybody hates him. I hope they throw him in a quarantine cell and forget about him there. I mean, who the F endangers a whole school full of kids and their parents so your daughter can attend a stupid dance? And it's spelling... he doesn't care about all the other things that he's saying right there. Yeah, it's just a very selfish thing. He's not taking it seriously. He's just so accustomed to this not being... This just isn't real to him. But it's like, one thing I say is like, you know, the big reason I'm taking it seriously myself, and I'm not trying to educate anybody on, again, this is just a funny channel, is, didn't they like quarantine all of China, and now aren't they just as of today quarantine all of Italy? Like, I think this is something we should kind of take seriously, so I can understand what everybody's getting. I don't want to say disproportionately angry, but I can kind of see why everybody's like really laying it on this guy like super hard. So the next reply is, I think the father should be responsible for every single dime of lost school time, wages, and medical bills for anyone who attended that function. Also face criminal charges if anybody dies. You're told not to stay at home. You stay at home. Whether I agree with that or I don't, I just doubt that that's actually going to be enforceable. The next reply to that comment was, I'm sure the daughter is going to be the most popular kid when she comes back. You can't really, like, I guess, punish the kid for what the dad's doing. The dad's the adult there. I don't know what school this is, but it's just like, the parent should know better, not necessarily the kid. Nightmare Maine. No. The next reply says, someone with coronavirus went to the effing mall in my city. What? Okay. People just not taking it seriously right now. The next reply says, there's going to be a lot more people like this. This is how the virus spread so rapidly. All those people were probably infected now. It takes nothing to get infected by this thing, and it's airborne. People don't realize it's the worst kind of virus. So I guess it's one of those cases where I'm not saying that this person is necessarily wrong or not, but I do know that it's people are out here banging drums and preaching on soapboxes about something they know a blog's worth of knowledge of. And it's like, do any of us really know, like, what is it, the genome path and all that other stuff? Like, I don't know, like, does this person know? Maybe, but it's like we're all like shouting each other down. It's like, maybe it's more sensationalism, maybe it's not. None of us really do, but it is the one thing though. It's like the reason that this virus, I think, is spreading so rapidly. Here I go immediately contradicting myself, but I say, I think the reason it spreads so rapidly is because you get infected with it, you are contagious, and you're not showing any symptoms for the first like 14 or so days. So it would make sense that it's going to be super, super contagious because we just don't know we have it. We go to places like malls and school and stuff and work, not knowing that it's there. So it's like you can't get too angry at the one guy that breaks quarantine because you just don't know what we'll know about this 10 years later when we've got it all figured out, and then we know exactly more about it. But right now, to shout anybody down for all this stuff is a little bit preemptive, I guess. The next reply says, don't forget the father and daughter also went to a party at a friend's house before the dance. That's new information, right? Also, the infected daughter flew from Italy to Chicago, so the plane and airport had exposure. Not to mention she took the Amtrak to Chicago to St. Louis. So yeah, there's that. Oh my God, like yeah, there's... Oh no. So the next guy says, possibly infect numbering in the several thousands from sharing a plane alone to adding the other plane passengers, now spreading it if infected. This is like that game Plague Inc., or what's the one I have on my phone that's actually kind of fun to play, but this is exactly how it happens. You just kind of have that low severity so nobody knows you have it, but high infectivity rate. So I mean, this is just kind of how it's humming along right now. The next reply is, guy in Japan did something similar. Not only did he go to 2 pubs rather than self-isolate, he took a cab, so there's who knows how many people he's infected, and this was actually international, so he told a family member he was going to spread it. Bar staff called the police when he revealed that he had tested positive for it. By the time they got there, he was on his way home in another cab. Disgusting. If that's true, that's terrible. Like, what is going on in this world where someone's doing this on purpose? Like, that's nuts. But I have heard stories, maybe it's sensationalized stuff or whatever, people like licking elevator buttons and all that stuff. But again, what I'll say is we're in it for the entertainment value, which is kind of not a good sentiment to take home, but we're in this to kind of read the drama, see what this is. In the comments below, let me know what you think and what the punishment should be, if we should start trying to like prosecute these people for what they've done like regarding this or whatever. And also let me know if you like the fact that I'm covering entitled parents and also more serious topics and just trying to put my positive light spin on it. It's not even a positive spin, my own take on these things. Let me know in the comments.